Barn Burning. By William Faulkner. William Faulkner. William Cuthbert Faulkner, American novelist and short story writer, was born on September 25, 1897 in Mississippi. He excelled in school and skipped the 2nd grade, and later he wound up repeating the 11th and 12th grade. At age 17 he met Phil Stone, who became an important influence on his writings. He joined in the Canadian RAF with a forged reference letter. Later he attended University of Mississippi, enrolling in 1919. In 1922 his poem Portrait was published in the New Orleans literary magazine Double Dealer. He was awarded the 1949 Nobel Prize in Literature. Died on July 6, 1962 in Mississippi. Barn Burning. First published in Harper's in June 1939. Reprinted in the collection A Rose and Other Stories. This story precedes the Snopes trilogy of Faulkner. Explores the family, loyalty, morality, social class, and internal struggle of the characters. Highlights the issues of social injustice. Summary. The story opens in a country drug store that doubles for the justice of the peace's court of that location. The protagonist, Colonel Sartorius Snopes, Sarty, was sitting at last in the courtroom from where he was not able to see the justice or his father, Abner Snopes, who was on a trial. The writer introduces the enemy of the protagonist's father as Harris, who charged Snopes for burning his barn. The justice asked for the evidence, and Harris told that the hog of Snopes entered into his barn often, and he charged $1 to return the hog to him the final time. At that time the nigger who went to bring back the hog told that wood and hay can burn, and that night the barn burned. The justice was not convinced with that. Then Harris called Sarty to testify before the court, expecting the little boy to tell the truth, but failed as he was scared. Harris got irritated and shouted to remove him from the case. The justice dismissed the case against Snopes and advised him to move away from the country for good, and he too accepted. Sarty moved from the court, and when he left a kid called him barn burner and knocked him down. Sarty tried to chase the kid, and his father stopped him and ordered him to get into the wagon. When he, his brother Colonel John Snopes, and his father headed to the wagon, his mother, Lenny Snopes, his aunt, Lizzie, his 2 sisters were waiting with the broken possessions. They moved from there and camped in a grove of oaks and beeches where a spring ran. Then when Sarty was about to sleep, his father called him and asked him to follow him to the slope of the starlit road. His father accused him that he might have told the truth and struck him on his head, and instructed him that the most important thing is to stand with one's family. The next afternoon they arrived in their new home, a paintless 2-room house, and started unloading the possessions. Snopes took Sarty with him to meet the owner, who was in a fancy white mansion, and he thought everything will be all right. When they entered into the home, Sarty noticed his father deliberately stepped in some fresh horse excrement. The Negro there was telling to wipe off the boots, but without caring, Snopes rushed into the front room and tracked the excrement all over the white rug in that room. The Negro called Miss Lula, and she came there and informed Major Despain is not at home, but Snopes cared less. Later that day Despain dropped the rug in the house of Snopes. Snopes ordered his daughters to clean it and dried it on fire, and he has damaged the rug with a stone. The next day morning he returned the rug to Despain, and as it was damaged and as Snopes was not able to pay the amount of $100 for the rug, Despain charged him 20 extra bushels of corn. After working the whole week, Sarty moved to the town and was able to witness his father and Despain the court of justice. The justice, on hearing the accusations and considering the corn collected on October, the justice commanded that 10 bushels of corn must be given to Despain. From town they reached home at night and had supper. Soon after that Sarty realized some secret happenings going on as the others were murmuring something. He realized his mother was stopping his father from doing something, and he saw his father emptying the reservoir of the lamp back into a 5-gallon kerosene can. Sarty realized that his father was planning to burn the barn of Despain and planned to alert His father and brother doubted that he may alert Despain and so asked his mother to hold him back at home, and they went. Sardi broke free from the hands of his mother and ran towards the house of Despain and alarmed them about the fire by saying only the word barn to them and ran away. His warning saved the barn from fire. He heard 3 gunshots behind him while he ran away. At midnight he was sitting at the crest of a hill, knowing not it was midnight and how far he had come. He is sad of the death of his father, but thought that he was no more scared of his father too. It was almost morning and he walked through the woods, not turning back or around as he left everything behind. The story ends with Sardi walking away from his family, symbolizing his decision to break free from his family's cycle of violence and to seek a new life of his own. For more videos, like, share, subscribe. Thank you.